this is what I'm really excited about right now. This week, on Thanksgiving at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern, Penn State heads to Florida, neutral site game against number 13 Texas A&M for the ESPN Events Invitational. Go look it up, the ESPN Events Invitational bracket on espnevents.com. You can see all 8 teams that are in this tournament. Penn State, Texas A&M, FAU, Butler, Iowa State, VCU, Boise State, and Virginia Tech. A lot of really solid basketball programs going up against each other in this tournament, and it will be a ton of fun to watch all the way around. We are on the half with FAU and Butler, so if we beat Texas A&M, we'll play the winner of that game, and if we lose to Texas A&M, we'll play the loser of that game in a consolation game. You are guaranteed to play 2 games, and if you lose both of them, you are out. But there is a championship, and you can go all the way. And if Penn State and VCU both go all the way, it'll be interesting. We'll have a Penn State VCU championship for the ESPN Events Invitational. Obviously, we have several players from VCU, and our head coach, Mike Rhodes, is from VCU. So that would be a really fun championship game if we got to play them. But first, before you get too ahead of yourself, we got to beat Texas A&M first. And this is one of the best teams in the country, 4-0 so far in the SEC. It's not like they haven't played anybody. They had a road game at Ohio State earlier this season, beat them 73-66. And Ohio State's a pretty decent basketball team this season. And they also beat SMU and Oral Roberts. So this is a pretty darn good Texas A&M team, and they've looked pretty good this season. Although everyone remembers we did beat them 76-59 in last year's NCAA tournament. It was our first win in a long time in the NCAA tournament. And so A&M's going to be looking for revenge, and we got to make sure that that doesn't happen. But yeah, this Texas A&M game is going to be really interesting. Number 13 team in the country. I'm mainly just interested to see how this team will play against really good competition, because they've looked really good against some pretty weak competition to start this season. Right now, Penn State is second in defensive efficiency in the entire country. This defense is for real, but it's only played some pretty weak offenses up to this point. I'm really interested to see how this crazy, aggressive, pressing defense will do against one of the best teams in the country. And I truly think it's going to create a ton of chaos. We're going to get turnovers. We're going to force a lot of missed shots. But it all starts for setting up that press. It all starts if you make your shots. You get to the rim, you get some easy looks. The 2 point guards, Ace Baldwin, Kanye Clary, they do a great job of getting to the rim. They do a great job of setting up guys outside. You know, Nick Kern, Jameel Brown, guys out from beyond the 3-point line, getting open looks from great feeds. And then Qudus Wahab getting putbacks down low. That's the kind of stuff you need to set up those presses when you make a shot, and then you can get into that press defense, force Texas A&M to inbound the ball, maybe get into some traps, stuff like that. So it'll be a really good game. I'm predicting Penn State 61, Texas A&M 63. I really think this game's going to be close and interesting. It's impossible to tell how well our offense and defense is going to play because we haven't really played a team of this caliber yet. But I really think this defense is going to make things really tough for a Texas A&M team that really thrives on scoring the basketball. And if they have trouble shooting the ball in this game, I think there's a really good shot that we can win. It's just that I can't predict us to beat the number 13 team in the country right now.